Next stop, Williams Avenue and Flatlands Avenue. This stop is Williams Avenue and Flatlands Avenue. Next stop, Flatlands Avenue and East 108th Street. This stop is Flatlands Avenue and East 108th Street. Next stop, Flatlands Avenue and East 105th Street. This stop is Flatlands Avenue and East 105th Street. Next stop, Flatlands Avenue and East 103rd Street. This stop is Flatlands Avenue and East 103rd Street. Next stop, Flatlands Avenue and East 101st Street. This stop is Flatlands Avenue and East 101st Street. Next stop, Flatlands Avenue and East 98th Street. This stop is Flatlands Avenue and East 98th Street. Next stop, Rockaway Parkway and Glenwood Road. Transfers available to the L train, B6 and B42. This stop is Rockaway Parkway and Glenwood Road. Next stop, Rockaway Parkway and Farragut Road. This stop is Rockaway Parkway and Farragut Road. Next stop, Rockaway Avenue and Foster Avenue. This stop is Rockaway Avenue and Foster Avenue. Next stop, Rockaway Avenue and Avenue D. This stop is Rockaway Avenue and Avenue D. Next stop, Rockaway Avenue and Ditmas Avenue. This stop is Rockaway Avenue and Ditmas Avenue. Next stop, Rockaway Avenue and Linden Boulevard. This stop is Rockaway Avenue and Linden Boulevard. Next stop, Rockaway Avenue and Hickman Avenue. Transfers available to B8, B15, B35 and B35 Limited. This stop is Rockaway Avenue and Hickman Avenue. Next stop, Rockaway Avenue and Lott Avenue. This stop is Rockaway Avenue and Lott Avenue. Next stop, Rockaway Avenue and Riverdale Avenue. This stop is Rockaway Avenue and Riverdale Avenue. Next stop, Rockaway Avenue and Livonia Avenue. Transfer available to the 3 train. This stop is Rockaway Avenue and Livonia Avenue. Next stop, Rockaway Avenue and Dumont Avenue. This stop is Rockaway Avenue and Dumont Avenue. Next stop, Rockaway Avenue and Blake Avenue. This stop is Rockaway Avenue and Blake Avenue. Next stop, Rockaway Avenue and Pitkin Avenue. Transfers available to B12 and B14. This stop is Rockaway Avenue and Pitkin Avenue. Next stop, Rockaway Avenue and East New York Avenue. Transfer available to B12. This stop is Rockaway Avenue and East New York Avenue. Next stop, Rockaway Avenue and Eastern Parkway. This stop is Rockaway Avenue and Eastern Parkway. Next stop, Rockaway Avenue and Pacific Street. This stop is Rockaway Avenue and Pacific Street. Next stop, Rockaway Avenue and Atlantic Avenue. This stop is Rockaway Avenue and Atlantic Avenue. Next stop, Rockaway Avenue and Fulton Street. Transfers available to the C train and B25. This stop is Rockaway Avenue and Fulton Street. Next stop, Rockaway Avenue and McDougal Street. This stop is Rockaway Avenue and McDougal Street. Next stop, Rockaway Avenue and Marion Street. This stop is Rockaway Avenue and Marion Street. Next stop, Rockaway Avenue and Broadway. Transfers available to the J and Z trains, B20 and Q24. This stop is Rockaway Avenue and Broadway. Next stop, Decatur Street and Bushwick Avenue. This stop is Decatur Street and Bushwick Avenue. Next stop, Decatur Street and Evergreen Avenue. This stop is Decatur Street and Evergreen Avenue. Next stop, Decatur Street and Central Avenue. This stop is Decatur Street and Central Avenue. Next stop, Wilson Avenue and Decatur Street. This stop is Wilson Avenue and Decatur Street. Next stop, Wilson Avenue and Schaefer Street. This stop is Wilson Avenue and Schaefer Street. Next stop, Wilson Avenue and Halsey Street. Transfer available to B26. This stop is Wilson Avenue and Halsey Street. Next stop, Wilson Avenue and Hancock Street. This stop is Wilson Avenue and Hancock Street. Next stop, Wilson Avenue and Cornelia Street. This stop is Wilson Avenue and Cornelia Street. Next stop, Wilson Avenue and Woodbine Street. This stop is Wilson Avenue and Woodbine Street. Next stop, Wilson Avenue and Gates Avenue. Transfer available to B52. This stop is Wilson Avenue and Gates Avenue. Next stop, Wilson Avenue and Grove Street. This stop is Wilson Avenue and Grove Street. Next stop, Wilson Avenue and Bleecker Street. This stop is Wilson Avenue and Bleecker Street. Next stop, Wilson Avenue and Himrod Street. Transfers available to the M train and B54. This stop is Wilson Avenue and Himrod Street. Next stop, Wilson Avenue and Stanhope Street. This stop is Wilson Avenue and Stanhope Street. Next stop, Wilson Avenue and DeKalb Avenue. Transfers available to B38 and B38 Limited. This stop is Wilson Avenue and DeKalb Avenue. Next stop, Wilson Avenue and Willoughby Avenue. This stop is Wilson Avenue and Willoughby Avenue. Next stop, Wilson Avenue and Troutman Street. This stop is Wilson Avenue and Troutman Street. Next stop, Wilson Avenue and Melrose Street. This stop is Wilson Avenue and Melrose Street. Next stop, Wilson Avenue and Flushing Avenue. Transfer available to B57. This stop is Wilson Avenue and Flushing Avenue. Next stop, Morgan Avenue and Thames Street. This stop is Morgan Avenue and Thames Street. Next stop, Harrison Place and Morgan Avenue. Transfer available to the L train. This stop is Harrison Place and Morgan Avenue. Next stop, Johnson Avenue and Morgan Avenue. This stop is Johnson Avenue and Morgan Avenue. Next stop, Johnson Avenue and Bushwick Place. This stop is Johnson Avenue and Bushwick Place. Next stop, Johnson Avenue and Humboldt Street. This stop is Johnson Avenue and Humboldt Street. Next stop, Graham Avenue and Johnson Avenue. Transfer available to B43. This stop is Graham Avenue and Johnson Avenue. Next stop, Messerle Street and Graham Avenue. Transfer available to B43. This stop is Messerle Street and Graham Avenue. Next stop, Messerle Street and Manhattan Avenue. This stop is Messerle Street and Manhattan Avenue. Next stop, Messerle Street and Leonard Street. This stop is Messerle Street and Leonard Street. Next stop, Messerle Street and Lorimer Street. Transfer available to B48. This stop is Messerle Street and Lorimer Street. Next stop, Messerle Street and Union Avenue. Transfer available to the G train. This stop is Messerle Street and Union Avenue. Next stop, South 4th Street and Hughes Street. This stop is South 4th Street and Hughes Street. Next stop, South 4th Street and Hooper Street. This stop is South 4th Street and Hooper Street. Next stop, South 4th Street and Rodney Street. Transfers available to B24 and Q54. This stop is South 4th Street and Rodney Street. Next stop, Marcy Avenue and South 4th Street. This stop is Marcy Avenue and South 4th Street. Next stop, Broadway and Marcy Avenue. Transfers available to the J, M and Z trains in B46. This stop is Broadway and Marcy Avenue. Next stop, Williamsburg Bridge Plaza Lane 1. Transfers available to B32, B39, B44 SBS, Q59 and B62. This is the last stop. This stop is Williamsburg Bridge Plaza Lane 1. This is B60 to the Williamsburg Bridge Plaza.